Hello friends, I thought of today discussing with you one of the texts from Bhagavad Gita which I had put in my book called Secrets of Success through Bhagavad Gita. This book was authored by me in 1999 and it is available in 7 to 8 languages apart from Hindi and English. So it is available in Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi and so on, Kannada and so on and so forth. So I just thought of discussing with you what Geeta has to say. So in chapter 4, text 17 that you shall be seeing on your screen, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, the intricacies of actions are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. And in the next text of the same chapter 18, Lord Krishna further says, who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent amongst men, and he is in the transcendental position although engaged in all sort of activities. So I repeat, so he says a person who thinks he is acting but is actually not acting, and a person who thinks he is not acting is actually acting. Action in inaction and inaction in action. I know this is slightly confusing. So what does that mean? So when he says action in inaction, that if you think you are acting, still you are not acting, because your actions are basically coming from 3 modes of nature, which has obviously been created by the Almighty, which Lord Krishna says is it's goodness, passion and ignorance. So he says, if I take these 3 natures, modes of nature, the operating system from you, you will not be able to act. So if you have to act, you have to be acting from one of these 3 operating systems, which is mode of action, ignorance or passion. And then when he says inaction, now he says when you are not acting, right? When you think you are not acting, still you are acting, because again you are being influenced by one of these mode of nature, which is ignorance, passion and goodness. So what does it mean? It means if you think you are not acting, still you are acting, because silence is also part of one of the modes of nature. Patience is also one of the mode of nature. So suppose you are given bat and ball and you are wanting to play cricket. Now, when you are playing cricket with bat and ball with your friends, what is that? That is action in inaction. Why? You are acting because the other medium to play cricket has been given to you, which is bat, ball, friends, grounds. All these things will constitute of the game. If all these things are taken from you, can you play cricket? Of course not. So your action is limited. Your action is bounded by certain environmental conditions. And let us take it the other way around. Inaction in action. Suppose you are saying that I don't have anything at my disposal, therefore I am not acting. That mere thought of not having anything in your disposal is also an act. Because if you have a brain, that brain has been given to you by nature. It is still working. It is still acting. Coming back to cricket, inaction in action. Suppose there is bat and ball which has been given to you, but you've been told that you will not play with it. But nobody can still stop your imagination. Even if you are not touching that bat and ball, but still you are imagining that you are bowling and you are batting with that bat and ball. So that is, even if you are not acting, yes, inaction, even if you are not acting, but still you are acting. You might think it's an inaction because you are not physically touching the bat and ball, but still your imagination that you are playing with that bat and ball is still an action. So therefore, in Gita, Lord Krishna, he beautifully explains that when we think, and why he does it, so that we do not get attached to so many things around us and we keep our ego at bay. So that is why he says, if you think you are acting, don't try and take credit for that, because it is not you who has done it. It is from the operating system, it is the environment which has given you the opportunity to do it. And when he says that you think you are not doing anything, but still you are doing everything, because it is from the same operating system you are choosing things that you need to do. So again, the choice is yours. So that is where inaction in action. I hope you understand. I would be taking several more chapters from the Bhagavad Gita, and perhaps it will become more clearer, especially when I talk about the three modes of nature which is connected to this, like I initially said, which is goodness, ignorance and passion. Thank you so much.